Hello to my lovely students. Welcome back to the channel Sonakshi at NEET Biology World. Today's topic of discussion is transport of carbon dioxide. In the earlier session, I have discussed about transport of oxygen. In this session, I will discuss about transport of carbon dioxide. In this channel, I am discussing many important topics which is related to NEET, which is conceptual, which is very much important, and which is very concept based. So in this channel, this kind of videos I will upload, and for your need, for your benefit, I am discussing some question and answer also, model questions. These are very important. If you clear the concept, if you have the concept that what type of question will come, definitely you will able to give the answer. Okay. So today's topic of discussion is transport of carbon dioxide. Now, so let's write the topic name: transport of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide will be transported from tissue to the lungs. We know that in the tissue there will be production of carbon dioxide from oxygen during glycolysis and Krebs cycle. We know that after production of carbon dioxide, it will come to the lungs and it will go out. So, how the transportation will occur? This is by three ways. What are those ways? First, by dissolved state. Dissolved state. Dissolved state means, as we know that carbon dioxide little bit higher soluble than oxygen. That's why the dissolved in dissolved state, 5 to 7% of carbon dioxide will be transported. We know that oxygen can bind with hemoglobin to make oxyhemoglobin complex. Here, carbon dioxide also can bind with the hemoglobin to make carbamino hemoglobin. And what is the percentage? 20 to 25%. And lastly, there will be by bicarbonate ion, and bulk of the carbon dioxide will be transported by bicarbonate ion. So around 70% will be transported. By dissolved state, there is nothing much to discuss, but by carbamino hemoglobin, how it will be transported? We know that in hemoglobin there are 4 subunits, 2 alpha subunits, 2 beta subunits, and subunits are nothing but made up of proteins. Proteins will have the or it is made up of amino acids, and it has one N terminal and one C terminal. In N terminal, the amino group will be free, and in C terminal, the acid group will be free. Now, the carbon dioxide will bind with the N terminal to make carbamino hemoglobin. So, how we can write? Carbamino hemoglobin. So, CO2 plus, sorry, sorry. So CO2 plus Hb, which has a N terminal, will make Hb, NH, COO minus and H plus. So this is nothing but carbamino hemoglobin. I am writing the hemoglobin as a free N terminal. Okay, it has also a C terminal. So this one is called carbamino hemoglobin. Okay, by carbamino hemoglobin, there will be transportation of carbon dioxide up to 25%. Now coming to bicarbonate ion, we will discuss detail of that. In NCERT, if we see that, we can see that there is an enzyme which is called carbonic anhydrase. Where it is present? It is present in RBC. Okay, and this carbonic anhydrase, what it will do, by or water and carbon dioxide in presence of enzyme carbonic anhydrase, it will make H2CO3, which is nothing but carbonic acid. Carbonic acid will convert or will dissociate to H plus and HCO3 minus, means bicarbonate and hydrogen ion. Now, this forward reaction means in tissue there will be production of carbon dioxide. So, forward reaction means carbon dioxide will react with water to make bicarbonate, and bicarbonate will dissociate into carbonic acid. Carbonic acid will dissociate into bicarbonate and proton. That forward all reaction will occur in the tissue where carbon dioxide will be produced. Now, when the blood will come to the lungs, then there is a requirement to release the carbon dioxide. So, all this reaction will go in the backward direction. Means that bicarbonate will make carbonic acid and carbonic acid will make water and carbon dioxide. Okay, so in the tissue forward direction, and in the lungs there will be backward direction reaction. But how it will happen, it's very interesting. Let's discuss. Let's discuss about that. Let's see the diagram first. So here there are two diagrams. Okay, so this is this this diagram or this phase or this diagram will help you to understand what is happening in the tissue, and this diagram will help you to understand what is happening in the lungs. We know that in the tissue there will be production of carbon dioxide and there will be taking in oxygen. That is called internal respiration. And when it comes to the lungs, oxygen will be taken in and carbon dioxide will be released, right? So oxygen will be taken in and carbon dioxide will be released. That is called the external respiration. Okay, where or it is occurring in the lungs. Now what will happen in the tissue? Let's say it is the tissue cell. Carbon dioxide will be produced. Now carbon dioxide, after production, it will enter into the blood capillary. So this much we can say it is the blood capillary, and this is the capillary endothelium. Okay, this is the capillary endothelium. Now after production of carbon dioxide, it will enter into the blood and eventually it will enter into the RBC. This is RBC, biconcave RBC. Now, carbonic anhydrase enzyme is mostly present in RBC. A little amount is present in plasma. It is the line from NCERT. Now, after entering, as I told, there will be forward direction. So, there will be formation of carbonic acid. Carbonic acid will eventually dissociate to make bicarbonate and to produce proton. This bicarbonate will come out from the RBC. Okay, so bicarbonate will come out from the RBC. And this proton will react with oxyhemoglobin to release the oxygen. You can see here it will react with oxyhemoglobin to make hemoglobin and oxygen, free oxygen, and that free oxygen will enter into the tissue. But as bicarbonate ion will come out, some chloride ion will enter into the RBC to maintain the equilibrium, or we can say to maintain the ionic balance. This effect is called chloride shift, or it is also called Hamburger's phenomenon. So first phenomenon we have discussed, Hamburger phenomenon. Is that clear? This is the happening in the tissue. Now bicarbonate, where it is present? It is present in the plasma, right? Now this bicarbonate, when it will by circulation come to the lungs, what will be the fate? So in lungs, we know that oxygen will make hemoglobin, right? Or oxygen will bind with the hemoglobin to make oxyhemoglobin complex. So what will happen? Oxygen, here you can see, it will enter into the red blood cell to make the oxyhemoglobin complex. Bicarbonate ion will enter into the red blood cell. So oxyhemoglobin, when it is formed, proton will be formed, and this proton will react with bicarbonate to make carbonic acid, and carbonic acid will make carbon dioxide and water by carbonic anhydrous. As I told, the reaction will go to the opposite direction, right? So here, after production of carbon dioxide, it will come out and it will come to the lungs. Now the point is that as bicarbonate ion will enter into the RBC, some of the chloride ion which already enter into the RBC in chloride shift, it will come out. This is called reverse chloride effect. Okay, what does it called? Reverse chloride effect. Now there are two effect which is very important. One is called Bohrs effect. Bohrs effect. What is that? We know that in the tissue, when carbon dioxide will enter into the RBC, that can lead to the dissociation of oxygen from hemoglobin, right? That effect is called Bohrs effect. Okay, so high PCO2, or we can say, or high concentration of CO2, that helps dissociation of oxygen from oxyhemoglobin. That effect is called Bohrs effect. Just opposite to that, another effect which is called Haldane effect. Just opposite to that, Haldane effect. Where it will occur? I told this Bohr effect will occur in the tissue. What is Haldane effect? As I told that, making of oxyhemoglobin, right? Oxygen here it will enter and it will make oxyhemoglobin and proton. So making of oxyhemoglobin, or the increased partial pressure of oxygen, can lead to the release of carbon dioxide. I mean, it will help to release the carbon dioxide, that the reactions which is going on in the backward direction, right? As I told. So here this effect is called Haldane effect. Means we can say high PO2 or formation of HbO2, oxyhemoglobin, help to dissociate carbon dioxide from bicarbonate ion. This effect is called Haldane effect. So chloride shift is or Hamburger's phenomenon, reverse chloride shift, and Bohrs effect, Haldane effect. Okay, that 4 terms are very, very important. Again, it is out of NCERT. In NCERT, they are given in a very short, but actually all these things are happening. Actually, the mechanism is like that. Okay, I hope your concept will be crystal clear. If you want to have this kind of video, watch, like and subscribe my videos. You will get benefit for your upcoming NEET. Thank you. Thank you all.